Hey guys, and welcome to our Here Anime podcast series. This is episode 2 where we're going to be discussing Attack on Titan season 3. So, guys, our topic and our bullet points are going to be our predictions in the plot, some posters, and possible deaths coming up in this new season 3. So, let's get started, guys. Today, we're going to be starting with our predictions and plot. So, we left off where we never really got in season 2, where we never got to really see the Beast Titan. So I feel like he's going to be a major player in this season 3. Also, he was revealed, they finally showed his human form at the end of season 2. And he kind of has a resemblance to Aaron's dad in some way when it comes to the glasses. But as far as I know, he has blonde hair. So I don't really know who he is. Also, guys, just to remind you guys, I have not read the manga because I try to avoid spoilers. So yeah. So that's where we left off in season 2. Season 3 plots are connected actually to the posters. I think. So we know that Attack on Titan season 3 is coming out on July 2018, and they've released two posters. So I'm going to talk about the first one, which hopefully you guys have already seen. If not, I'm probably going to put this up right now so you can see it. There shows a poster of Levi and a guy who kind of resembles him in some way, but he's much older. And they're both pointing their guns at each other, and they look like they're about to kill each other. My guess is this is Levi's dad, and they're gonna finally explore the Ackerman family line. They're finally gonna explore the connection between Mikasa and Levi and their past. I feel like they're finally gonna go into this, which I'm really excited about because it's pretty obvious that they're both last names are Ackerman, and they're both kind of foreign characters. So I'm really excited about that. So I feel like half part of this new season 3 is gonna go into this. Also, when they announced season 3, they showed a shot of Mikasa, Armin, and Aaron both looking out at the sea. Now, I said I haven't read the manga, but when I did some research on this, I found out that that's where this is, well, I know from watching the last two seasons, that all they wanted to see was the ocean. And this was towards the end of this was the end of a big arc. So I feel like this is going to be the end. That shot that they showed us at first is actually going to be the last episode of this season 3. So I feel like they're gonna have a lot to pick up, a lot of things that's gonna happen in between the season 3. I hope they give 25 episodes. I'm not sure if they are going to, but hopefully they give out that full 25 episode experience unlike season 2, despite season 2 being that good. So as far as my predictions go, like they're obviously gonna explore the Ackerman family line. Also, I'm gonna talk about the second poster they released, which was a poster where it's kind of like an ice chamber. Levi is trying to no, not protect. It looks like an ice chamber, and it looks like Aaron's tied up with chains. So he looks like he's captured, and it looks like Levi is there to rescue him. But there's someone behind him who they don't show, who has kind of like the same ODM gear, but he has two guns. And I feel like this is the Levi's dad again. So I feel like Levi's dad is actually one of the villains and is in league with the Beast Titan. That's what I'm assuming, because I feel like he's helping the Beast Titan capture Eren to get the coordinate, as it was revealed in season 2. So I feel like that's going to be the main plot of season 3. I feel like it's going to be the Beast Titan finally bringing in his bigger pawns, his knights, as you would say, and to come and capture Eren so they could take the coordinate. And I feel like they succeed in capturing him. And they created this ice chamber in this poster where it seems like it's made out of the crystal that, um, damn, I forgot her name. Uh, Annie, Leonhardt. I feel like the crystal that she used in season 1. I feel like that's what the chamber is made out of. So it means it's made out of Titan skin. I think that's what they assumed it was. So it's some kind of thing. Obviously someone has the power to do that, and I wonder who did that. So I'm curious about that. So as far as my predictions go, I feel like they're going to bring in three topics, which is obviously going to be the capture of Eren and the coordinate, which is going to be the main thing when it's involved with the Beast Titan. It's going to be the Ackerman bloodline, and I feel like the basement. I feel like they're finally this season 3. Hopefully they'll reach that basement, and they'll go to Shingashina, and they're finally going to have that battle, and in Eren's old house to find out the secrets of the Titans, which already Armin, Connie, and and all the scouts are figuring out that the Titans were actually human and back then. So that's something that they've already found out at the end of season two. So I feel like those are the main three plots: the Battle of Shingashina, which they're gonna have. I hopefully they'll have in this season, where they finally reach the basement, the Ackerman bloodline, and the capture of Eren in the coordinate for the Beast Titan and his new allies. I feel like as far as Reiner and Bertolt, I feel like their alliance is destroyed completely. They failed completely. They were horrible. They're done. Their main arc was season two. I feel like. Okay, so that's already where we already kind of did two bullet points at the same time, which ended up being the posters, the predictions, and the possible plots. Already, we knocked them off right out of the park. So I'm gonna go into the possible deaths. So this is really hard to guess, but I feel like season three is gonna be a big season with a lot of things going on. So my guess is this is kind of bold for me to say, but I feel like one of the main three characters is gonna die, and I think it's gonna be Armin. I think Armin's gonna die because he's escaped death way too many times. When he's kind of like no, he's really smart and a capable character. But as far as fighting skills go, I feel like he's not that great. He's always defenseless and helpless when it comes to that, like it was shown at the end of the battle of season two, and when he went to go first, the first time he went to go fight as a as a as one of the one of the soldiers. I feel like he was really incapable of anything. He always gets hurt and he's always injured, and everyone has to come rescue him. And I feel like these battles are going to get way more intense. So I feel like he's going to die in season three. That's my predictions for that. Let me think who else could die. I know Attack on Titan is famous for big deaths. So I have a feeling maybe one of the older characters, one of the commanding officers of the scouts is going to die. So either Levi or Erwin, or I forgot the chick's name, the one with the glasses. I feel like she could die. One of those three. I feel like are going to die too. That's my predictions for that. As far as the enemies go, I know that Ymir went with them with Bertolt and Reiner. He's just as a hostage, so they could come back with something. And I feel like they were really focused on her in season two. So I feel like we're gonna be seeing the end of Ymir in season three. Sadly, which she was one of my favorite characters in season two. I freaking loved her. Hopefully she doesn't die because I want her to end up with Krista, or Historia now, how she's called. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully she does survive. But I think that maybe one of the characters that is gonna die is from the enemies. I feel like they have to knock out some of the older enemies so they can bring in new enemies. And I feel like Levi's dad can transform into a Titan too, or maybe he's just a really skilled warrior like Levi, who really is who the Titans use, and they don't need him to turn into a Titan. So maybe he's just some beast fighter and with ODM gear. Who knows? I feel like they're gonna really focus on those two. So I feel like they're gonna have their own battle and ODM gear. I don't think he's gonna be turned into a Titan to fight him. But I think maybe they're gonna take out either Reiner or Bertolt. I feel like they're gonna die. One of them is gonna die because they obviously failed in season two. So maybe one of them is gonna die. And yeah, I am saying a lot of people are gonna die, but I mean Attack on Titan is famous for that. So I have to be as boldly as I have to think about this very boldly because things just happen out of nowhere and you never expect them. Now Historia, I don't think she's gonna die because she's finally playing in her role with the church, and she's gonna play her role into finding out more secrets with the church as her power grows. So I feel like that's what she's gonna play a pivotal part in season three. So I don't think she's gonna die. Mikasa, never gonna die. Never ever. That chick is never gonna die. Eren, of course, is not gonna die, even though they trick us every freaking season that he supposedly dies. He never dies. That boy is indestructible. He will never die. Um, I can't think of anybody else. John, I don't think he's gonna die. I feel like he's playing into his leadership role. He's finally growing into it. I don't think he's gonna die. I don't think Connie's gonna die because he obviously has the death of his parents and behind his back. So I feel like he's gonna be more motivated. I don't see Sasha dying either. I don't see any of those characters dying, to be honest. I see more of the important characters dying in the season three, honestly. So that's what I think about death predictions. Let me think. What else can we talk about here today? There's another bullet point that I might think about because since I went through these really quickly, honestly. Um, oh right. Um, so we know that what could be in the basement? That's a good question to ask. What could be in the basement of Aaron's home? Obviously, I think what they're gonna find is gonna be kind of disappointing, to be honest. I feel like they're making this basement the beam of hope where they're finally gonna find a way to defeat the Titans, and it turns out it's gonna be the information they already know. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Aaron doesn't know what exactly he is, but he can control Titans. But he doesn't know what exactly it means, and I feel like the Beast Titan's gonna reveal that to him when he's captured. I feel like that's what villains do. They tend to reveal everything when they're captured and they think they're going to win. So that's what's going to happen, I think. I feel like Aaron's going to find out that he has the coordinate, which has the ability to control Titans, which the Beast Titan also has the ability to control Titans. I wonder what he has. But yeah, I feel like Aaron's going to find out about that. I feel like they're going to find out they're definitely right there on the edge, the scouts, that about the fact that Titans are indeed humans who are only transformed. So I feel like they're going to learn more about that. It was kind of hinted in season 2 with Ymir and how they did something to the people when they threw them off those cliffs. I don't know if they injected them with something and threw them off the cliffs, but I feel like this comes some kind of serum that turns them into Titans. I feel like that's what it is, and that's why there's so many Titans now, because they kept doing that as punishment. And it turns out there was too many Titans now, and they ended up overrunning humans. That's my possible prediction for that. But yeah, I feel like they're gonna find out all that stuff, and once they go into the basement, they're gonna find out. That's gonna be something they already know. So all they're gonna do is essentially have that final battle in Shiganshina, and end up in a bad note. I feel like that's what's gonna happen because Attack on Titan ends up doing that every year. Even though they do something successful, it always ends in some kind of bad note. So I feel like that's what's gonna happen, and they're gonna end it where like either at the battle of Shiganshina in the in the basement, or maybe they're gonna find, or maybe that shot of the ocean is gonna be the last shot. But I kind of predicting that Armin's gonna die, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Maybe they're gonna see the ocean before they go into Shiganshina. I'm not sure, but I feel like season 3 is kind of like the end of this 3-parter, because I heard that from other people and sources that they didn't really spoil it for me, but they said that after the battle, like once they get to the basement in the city of Shiganshina, they take the story to a different direction and some new enemy arises or something. So maybe I feel like season 3 is gonna be the final arc of the final season of this arc, and I feel like they're gonna go into a new arc in season 4, where it goes more into detail later and they get older, I guess. And I think that's what's gonna happen. Honestly, that's my predictions for that. But yeah, as far as that goes, this is all my thoughts and opinions about Attack on Titan season 3. So if you guys like listening to this information and my predictions, drop a like. If you comment down below to give me your thoughts and your opinions, subscribe to our channel to keep hearing awesome content as well as this awesome podcast here in our channel. Check us out at patreon.com/watchanime, where you can get access to our reactions a day early if you become a patron. And you can go check us out on our website at watchanime.weebly.com, where you can learn more about us. So thank you guys for listening to our Here Anime Episode 2 podcast. I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching the Watch Anime channel. Go and subscribe to their channel and enjoy awesome anime content, as well as exclusive content at their Patreon account.